Will the reworks to the Young Avengers and America Chavez break war defense? We have more apocalypse hints, and we have an update coming tomorrow. We're discussing that along with the rest of your questions from the mailbag. And if you're ready for that, guys, find that like button and you know what to do. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Maniacs, hello, welcome back to the channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're ready to answer all these mailbag questions. It is Monday again, and we do this every single Monday, except if we push it back to Tuesday sometimes. So yes, this is the Monday mailbag where I am answering your questions from the Discord mailbag channel. If you want to get your question potentially featured on an upcoming episode of these mailbag videos, make sure you are a member of the Discord. The link is down below. But without further ado, let's go check out these Young Avengers and see if they are so strong that they're going to break war defense. Now, the big thing that we have here, we got the reworks. We got the information on the reworks in Friday's blog post. One thing here that I've been getting a lot of questions about, we discussed it on the Valley Club in the morning stream this morning, this war defense here, this passive. Now, it's more about what is not said than what is said in this rework to her kit, because this stuff was here before. The brawlers are gaining the extra 20% off, or the extra 20% max health. On war defense though, on spawn, filling the speed bar by 25% for adjacent allies. This does not say Young Avengers allies, which means that crazy characters like the Eternals or some other characters on war defense, maybe Omega Red, maybe some non-traditional characters on there, they are all gonna get that extra speed bar. So this could be a problem. We'll see what happens when the kit is actually released in the game. But yeah, 25% speed bar for adjacent allies, not Young Avenger allies. Also, reducing enemy drain by 100%. So that's gonna stop Infinity Watch and that Philavel death proof special. And then war defense. If this character has 3 or more Young Avengers allies, which I guess is good because it's allowing some 3 crafting there, but you could put some crazy character like an Eternal, like a Dormammu in there, and still have more the rest of the Young Avengers, and you're going to reduce the enemy damage by 20%. So let me know your thoughts on this America Chavez rework. Does she need a nerf now? I think there was a meme for a while about nerfing America Chavez, but is it real? Let me know your thoughts on this as we get to the rest of the questions in the mailbag, guys. And like I said, if you want to get your question potentially featured, make sure you are a member of that Discord. All right. What is up, Carl? Hey, hello, guys. Hello, ValleyFlyin. Big fan of the shows, buddy. Carl from the UK. Watch your latest video. And again, you say Greek orbs aren't worth it due to being Ultimus food. Have you looked at the Ultimus orb recently? Cloak, Dagger, Deathpool, Ghost Spider, Icarus, Longshot. Longshot's kind of old. Kestrel, Secret Avengers, the list goes on. Yes. Now, there are a lot of great characters. I will admit that. But I still think it's a trashy orb. Let's continue with the question, though, and then we'll go into the game and talk about this orb directly. You should do a video opening all of the orbs, see how many Ultimus orbs you get, then what you get from them. Thanks, Carl from Shrewsbury, England. Veteran players should be taking advantage of these Ultimus orbs due to probably not having enough max tunes than newer players. All right, so there's some good things about the Ultimus orbs. There are those characters that you mentioned. Let's talk about the bad things, though, why I think they're a trashy orb. Let's go into the game right now. Let's remove this extra rainbow screen here, and we take a look at what is in these orbs. So these side pillars, they give Ultimus shards. Pure trash, especially if you've been playing the game for a while. And even if you haven't, Ultimus doesn't do much in the game. So pure trash on these side pillars, the left and right pillar. The center pillar, well, this is not very good. This is not very good, and this is not very good. So 15% chance right off the bat they're gonna get something trash, those Ultimate shards. 85% of the chance you'll get something good, but even in that 85% of the chance, you're still less than 1% chance of getting a good character. Let's go down. We got Cloak here. We got Colleen Wing that's unfarmable. So a lot of unfarmable characters. Dagger here, we still don't know the release method. Deathpool. So yes, there are a lot of great characters, but there's a 15% chance right off the bat you're gonna get something crappy. And even if you're in that 85% of chance that you're getting something good, there's still less than 1% chance that you're gonna get actually the character that you want. Most of the time, you're getting a character that you already have, and then it's gonna go back into Ultimus food. So you could end up with, let's say I have 30 Ultimus orbs right here. I could open all of these and get nothing. I'll get more Ultimus orbs, and then I'll open them all again and then get nothing. So yes, there is a chance that you could get something good. I think more likely is that you're going to get trash, and you're going to go into that inception with this orb and just end up with a whole lot of nothing and less Ultimate orbs. That's why they're a trashy orb. Yes, they do have some good characters in there, but it's still a trashy orb. It needs to be reworked. I mean, nobody's been happy with this since the launch of this game, and it still hasn't been, nothing's been done about it. So it's a trashy orb. It's a trashy orb, but yeah, there are good characters in there. It's not totally worthless, but it's a trashy orb nonetheless. All right, when Grand Tournament shows up to help offset screen time, how about this? Since the raid seems like it may never come, I'm actually very optimistic it may come in this next update or the update after that. Nothing official was announced, nothing official was said. There's no specific rumors on that, but I got the feeling that that is an area that they can eliminate a lot of extraneous time in the game that we don't really need to be spending. How about they reduce the cost of reduce the amount of raids by half, double the cost of launch, double the prizes, keep the enemy the same, and the 24-hour expiration timer. Doesn't change the economy at all, but gives us back some time due to how they could go towards Grand Tournament fighting. This is not a bad solution. This is actually pretty good. This is what I actually wanted to happen with war, though. You know, reduce the amount of wars, maybe one war per week, getting a lot extra rewards from that. You know, triple the rewards, launch one raid or one war per week. Never really happened. I think there's enough players that are happy with war that this is not going to happen. But they could do this for raids. They could also just sim the amounts as well. They could just if you've completed the raid like 30 times and no deaths or anything like that. Maybe you 3-starred the nodes with no deaths and good. As soon as it gets super easy, it's not a puzzle anymore, and it just creates like busy work, and nobody really likes that. It's just more grind. So when it's a puzzle, these raids are fun. When it gets to the point that when we're just autoing it, not as fun. So I would like this. I think there's other solutions out there. I think that raid sim is probably what they're gonna go for. But if they went with this to reduce the time, double the rewards, we wouldn't be missing anything in our economy. That would be a fine solution for me as well. Hey, ValleyFlyin from the Hoosier State, Indiana. Can't believe it's been almost 4 years of great MSF content from you. It's been a while. It has been a while, my friend. I hope you can reflect on and appreciate all the work you've put into it. I don't know. I hope you guys appreciate the work. For me, I just do the work and then keep grinding for the next challenge. So hopefully you guys appreciate more than I do. But yeah, you're right. I should reflect and appreciate things a little more instead of just getting back to work. But thank you for creating great content and fostering a great community through your YouTube videos, Discord, and streams. That's what I try. You know, Scopely doesn't make it easy sometimes because of some of the mechanics that they haven't changed. But yes, we still try to look on the positive side. All right, first rant. Scopely has the ability to add characters to all the other orbs, basic, premium, arena, blitz, etc. So it just feels like a slap in the face. They say the old Greek raid orbs will be phased out instead of putting new items into Greek orbs. Yeah, and it's not like they're putting real valuable items into the new Greek orbs. I mean, for myself and longer time players, those alpha orbs, they're a little bit more appealing because they have 2 new characters in there instead of 0 new characters. But gotta be honest, since the alpha raid was launched, I've opened all the orbs and gotten 0 cloak, 0 dagger shards, and I don't think them doing that with the other orbs as well. Those other orbs, unless they're putting magic in that hero mutant orb, the other orbs don't mean anything to me. So I don't know why they don't just do that. You know, it's not gonna get newer or longer time players all the shards that they want. It's not going to give newer players some advantage. Actually, I think it'll be better for new players if they just give us a new orb instead of switching out the orb. It's not good. They do that with the Blitz orbs. I mean, with the premium orbs, with the other orbs. I don't know why they do that with the Greek raid orbs. It's been something that I've been asking ever since they started to switch out these orbs, and we've never gotten an answer. But it is trashy. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why they're doing. I don't want to come across a pro hoarding, but for those of us that have been sitting on our useless Greek raid orbs for months, waiting to enter an orb opening event, I know that I don't think the orb opening events are going to be likely. I think at least for me, I'm not opening the orbs because there's nothing I need in them. And I don't want to go through the time of opening those orbs just to get more ultimates, food fodder, and they aren't that great anyway. You know, like I said, like we went through, there's a small chance you could get something good. More often than not, and especially in the ultimates orbs, you're opening them and getting more ultimates orbs, and then you're getting nothing at the end of the day. So yeah, this is not a good system. They should reevaluate some of these things. All right. Outside of making Hulk OP and screaming ValleyFly and smash after every attack, if you could rework any character or team of your choice, who would you rework and what would the specific reworks be? All right, I don't know if what the specific reworks would be, but let's go through the roster here and talk about characters and teams that I think could be more viable. Young Avengers, we know they're getting a rework, and I'm not going to mention them. Fantastic Four is pretty trashy right now. They don't really have a great use on war offense or defense. They're supposed to be a war team. Not really viable in a lot of game modes. They're not a great war offense or defense team. I guess they're pretty much a blitz team right now. So Fantastic Four could use a little bit of love. Let's see who else. Probably more towards the bottom of the roster will be characters that we want to rework. You said no Hulk, but one team that's thinking about out in my mind is the Wave 1 Avengers. Obviously, Hulk would need to be included in that because he's not one of the best characters in the game, but that would be nice if they could make the Wave 1 Avengers a little more viable as well. Pimtech, make them raid viable. You know, I think that would solve a lot of the tech raid solution things that we need right now. If you just extended their bonuses from just Dark Dimension, extended also to the raids, or at least some of these characters, maybe just Ghost, maybe Ghost and Yellow Jacket. I think that'll solve a lot of the things we need. Of course, Scopely won't do that because then they can't sell us our raid solution, but that would be something I would want as well. Ghost Rider and the Supernatural, I think the image that we saw, I think it's very likely that the other two characters are supernatural, so I think they're likely to get a rework, but I would like to see that happen. They're not in a very good place right now. And I guess that would be it. The Ravagers are already got a rework. That's pretty much it. Hand to hand, I think we're just gonna get something. Oh, Iron Man. Let's talk about Iron Man. He's not a very good character. He needs a rework as well. I would like that Hulkbuster. If those Hulkbuster rumors came true, I think it'd be a pretty good thing. All right, but that's who I would choose as far as the characters to upgrade. The Fantastic Four probably would be my first choice because they're pretty bad right now in the game. All right, hey Valley, I was wondering if MSF ever gave a reason why they're no longer in the Google point redemption. I've noticed it's been gone for a while. I used to be able to use points to earn from spending in the game there. So I think this came around with one of the events that we needed to get some ranking or some training mats, and then it ended then. So what was said around that time is that the offer or the deal that they had with Google Play expired and they were trying to renew it. That was a few weeks ago though, so I thought that should have been there in the next few days. I'm not sure why it's still not there, but latest update that we had from Cerebro in the Envoy chat is that they're still working on it, but I think that message was from a few weeks ago, so I don't know why it's not there yet. I guess maybe it takes a little while to get back in the store if you get left off of the store, or if you let whatever contract you signed to be on that store, if you let that expire. I don't know, but the latest word is they're working on it, brothers. So hopefully they get it back there soon. I missed those as well. There was some pretty good things every now and then in those Google Play Point Redemption store. Hey Valley, greetings from the mountains of East Tennessee. I've been thinking about a possible tech solution for Doom raids. Have not seen anyone suggest bringing Deathlock to MSF. I think it would be a badass solution. Others thoughts Darkhawk, Claw, and a little known Machine Man. What are your thoughts on these potential techies? All right, so we've had rumors of some other characters that I haven't heard of. I have heard of Deathlock. He was a character in a previous game that I played. Actually, the first game we covered on the channel, Marvel's Avengers Ultimate Alliance. The first game we covered on this channel, Marvel's Avengers Alliance Part 2. He was a character there, so I remember him from that game. I also remember him from Marvel Future Fight. So Deathpool, I kind of know. Claw, I remember from the names. Darkhawk, I don't know. Machine Man, I don't know. So let's go do our research here on the best place for researching is Wikipedia. So boom, let's go check it out. Deathlock, this is what the character looks like. And as far as powers, yes, he has cybernetic enhancement. Tech would be a very good solution, although I didn't think Kate Bishop would be tech, but all right. Cybernetic enhancements, granting superhuman speed, strength, durability, reflexes, ability to repair bodily damage, ability to track multiple targets. Sounds like a very, very strong character. Sounds probably like a blaster part of tech. So he would be a good solution. I think he'd offer a lot to a tech raid team. And yeah, any tech raid character, whether it be these characters or the previously rumored characters or any other tech solution to the game, I would be happy with, because at this point, it's not as much about the characters, it's about having a solution for tech, which we don't have yet right now. All right, Claw, Ulysses Claw. Looks a little different than in the movie, but yeah, I guess there's a few different iterations of him. There he is in the movie, played by Andy Serkis, and he's an expert physicist, genius level intellect, superhuman strength, speed, and durability. They're very durable, all of these guys. Sonic device grants sound manipulation, ability to create sound constructs, and ability and energy blasts. So Claw would be a good character. Darkhawk, I don't know this character at all. Let me know your thoughts on this character, but let's read his abilities. Energy blast, energy shield, Stargate creation, teleportation, mysticism, FTL flight, night vision, cable claw, accelerated healing factor, superhuman speed, strength, reflexes, stamina, agility, senses, adaptive metamorphosis, size alteration, weapon format. Man, this guy sounds like a legendary character. I have not heard of this guy before this video, but he sounds very, very strong. Like he could damage the entire roster in Marvel Strike Force. So yeah, if he could damage all of the enemies in that tech doom section, awesome. I like it. All right, next, Machine Man, another character that I had not heard of. Aaron Stack, Mr. Machine, aka Machine Man. His abilities, superhuman strength, speed, stamina, durability, reflexes, and accuracy. Sounds like a theme for all of these tech characters here. Telescoping arms and legs, so kind of like a Mr. Fantastic, I guess. Can fly using anti-gravity discs, so kind of like a Magneto-y, where he's controlling some kind of disc thing. Or I guess Magneto could just control magnets and fly like that, but various installed weapons. So yeah, all of these characters I think would be good additions to the game. Like I said, though, I think for me, we haven't had a tech solution for so long. When it finally comes, I'm just gonna be happy that it's here, not necessarily celebrating or complaining about the characters. Just, hey, we have a tech solution. All right, what is up, Horonicus? Long-time listener, occasional mailbag submitter. Let's talk about war. All right. War is okay. Some love, some hate. Some love war, defense, and offense teams. Not particularly me, and everybody knows how much you love Heroes for Hire. Oh yeah, the love runs deep for the Heroes for Hire, brother. But I think we can agree that war offense teams, defense teams are not going anywhere. So to help to dull the sting, if you beat character, all right. So I would agree. They're probably not going anywhere. Even after the interview with Jason Bender, how much he talked about how much he hates war defense. The very next team we got after that was the Dirty Heroes for Hire. So yeah, they're not going anywhere. No matter what the devs' feelings on them are personally, they probably make too much money by selling the problem, then selling the solution. All right, so yeah. All right, so if to help dull this thing, if you beat character teams with war defense teams, defense kits, you get 2 or 3 times the credits. Maybe even more depending on the war composition, maybe added orb shards. All right, so I like the idea of this. You know, the teams, there's certain teams that you get more rewards for. The thing that I'm seeing right now, just off the top of my head with this, though, there's war defense teams that are like the Asgardians. I mean, if you take a look at She-Hulk, that technically makes the Fantastic Four a war defense team. Then you got a team like the Sinister Six or Wave 1 Avengers that are just war teams that are also very good on war. So we have those teams right there. Some of the older war defense teams, Mercs, things like that. Hydra. And then we also have teams that are very good at war right now just because they're such strong teams like an Infinity Watch. Weapon X is supposed to be a war offense team, but that screws me up anytime I see that on defense. So there's teams out there, they would have to address that. Maybe some kind of thing about punching up or certain teams of the week that get certain bonuses. So maybe this week would be Infinity Watch and Weapon X, and maybe some non-traditional defense teams that people a lot are using on offense. I don't know, something like that. But I do like where this idea is going. I think it needs to be developed a little further, just because of some of the things I mentioned. But I do like this. I think this could be expanded on and make this a very good system. Maybe even added orb shards. So yeah, if you're beating these tough teams, you get more rewards. That makes sense. I like that. Also, your defense beats war offense perk teams or something similar. Just a thought. Yeah, I think this is a good start of idea. This is a good start of the idea. As far as characters, maybe give different boosts depending on if you put them in offense or defense, so that players have more options. I like that, and I kind of like the rotation of characters through these different bonuses or the extra credits that you get from beating that team. I think that would be a nice addition to War, a simple addition as well. No real questions, just want to hear your thoughts. Yeah, so yeah, I like these ideas, brother. I think it can go further to eliminate some of the little details that people might be running across, but I like that, especially because, like you said, War defense, War offense, they're not going anywhere. Great idea in my opinion, especially on Claw. Claw is a must-have addition to the game. Please make it happen. All right, so we got another fan of Claw here, and I wonder what if he is added to the game. Do you think he would be a rival of Killmonger based on what happened in the movie, or they would be like a team up and have some synergy together based on what happened in the movie? Chandra needs an alliance. If there's anybody looking, Chandra, leave your, I guess go to the recruiting section in Discord. Hey, Valley, to clarify my war modification from last week, it's not a war point bonus for the individual characters, but different room bonuses. So let's say you could swap out security with something like a generator room. Apply safeguard for 1 turn to defending allies. For adjacent rooms, apply safeguard to 3 random allies. Room clear, it gets you 100 points. That way you have to balance whether you want hard-hitting rooms, but in doing so, the enemy can score higher. Thus, no 2 full clears would be the same thought. So I had to think about what this meant. So basically, I believe there's 12 rooms that you could do per war. So having maybe 20 rooms or so that you could switch in, and you get to choose if you want a strong room that gives a lot of bonuses and gives you a lot of strength, but maybe doesn't score as many points, or rooms that score a lot more. So I think that kind of system, if I'm understanding it right, it would be cool, because then alliance leaders, alliance captains would have to think, all right, what bonuses do we want on our rooms? What do we want this war? Do we want to switch it every war? Do we want to keep them standard and just switch where our rooms are? I think it would give a lot more variety to war by having that. Maybe you get no bridge, give them none of those 200 points, but you're sacrificing some bonuses for yourself. So if they did this, I think they would be good. Obviously, we need some testing, and we know Scopely's not the biggest fan of testing, but if they did test this and they ironed out all the kinks, I think this could be something that works very well. So yeah, couple different suggestions to make war a little better. I like both of these. I like both of them. I think both of them could work if the details are ironed out. All right, Valley, already. Community is very happy with current crappy drop rate from almost all orbs. And from now on, it looks like we're not even gonna get the 3 pillar for the new orbs. Instead, we're just getting 2 pillars. Yeah, for the Armory 16 orb, that was announced. Actually, it wasn't announced. It just popped up in the game. Fortunately, though, for these Armory 16 orbs, we don't have, they're not, there's no way that we could get shards for them right now. So they're in the game, but they're not officially in the game, you know what I mean? So hopefully they still have time to change it. But yeah, as of now, if we go into the game, you're exactly right. They have a left pillar, a center pillar. There's no right pillar. What the heck? It feels like we're being shorted on some of these orbs here. And we're playing a game which the company doesn't want its own player base to have fun with their own game. Day by day, lesser shards and lesser materials from orbs. How cool is that? So they're relying on frustration marketing to have players spend, not by giving them the things that they want and then having them spend more because they got those things. Their strategy is saying, all right, you guys need these things. Well, you're not gonna get them, but you can buy them. We'll give you a little bit here and there. And if you want a lot to do what you actually need to do, you have to buy it. Whether that strategy is making them more money or less money, I don't know. I don't have access to the backend analytics. For me, it makes me spend less money, but obviously Scopely keeps doing it because I think it helps them make more money, but it is not good. So more shards, making more player friendly, I think would make me spend money, but hey, that's their company. They could do what they want with it. All right, yo, Drew, where is MoMan? Tell them folks at Scopely to redesign and buff Fantastic Four. So I did not know who MoMan was either. And as we looked up MoMan, I thought, oh, this guy looks like the Underminer from the Incredibles movie. But I guess this is who the Underminer was based on. And yeah, it has some synergy with Fantastic Four. And it goes well with what I said earlier. If I could have any team redesigned in the game that's not including the Hulk, I think it would be something with the Fantastic Four. And I guess we got a She-Hulk in there sort of as well, right? If we do that. But this would be a good bad guy. I would like it, especially if it came with a rework to the Fantastic Four, because right now they're unusable right now, and I don't see them getting a rework anytime soon. So MoMan coming to the game, if they got a rework, I'd be happy with it.
Good morning, ValleyFlyin. With the upcoming war defense team of young Avengers being strong against Skilltoon's ability to shut down assists, does it look like some theory crafting will be allowed by Scopely for a change? Many of the top meta teams either have Skilltoons or rely on assists, such as Black Order, Infinity Watch, Skilletary, etc. But the question has to be asked, does Scopely consider the Striker Skirmisher combo assists, because this will also shut down many options for a counter? That's an interesting point. If we go into the game right now and take a look at what it says in the ISO 8 bonus, and I haven't finished Corvus Glaive, so we can see here, it calls it an ISO 8 bonus attack. It doesn't call it an assist. It doesn't call it a counter, which is what it's called on the MSF.GG website for when they're eliminating assists. So this might be a bonus attack as far as the definition of this. Well, let's go into the kit for Echo and see what it says here. So this is the kit for Echo from a couple weeks ago. While this character does not have blind, reduce the assist chance for enemies by 100%. So I would say, based on what we see in the text, assist chance isn't a bonus attack from ISO 8. But I don't know. We will have to see how it works in a game. That would be my guess based on what I'm reading here. But yeah, your guess is as good as mine. There's not a lot of consistency in all these kits at Scopely. So I guess we're not going to know until Echo is released, and we'll see how the passive works against everybody else in the game. All right, ValleyFlyin, have my Sims at gear 15, 682 power with all the T4s, but Venom, Alt, Carnage Special at Blue, ISO 82. Should I start putting my resources in Web Warriors of my Miles at OG Spider-Man at 14, have Scarlet at 3, at 13, 3 red, 3 gold, Ghost Spider to 3 red, 3 gold, Spider-Punk, gear 12, 3 red, 3 gold, pull 5 red on the Web Warriors, and my Alliance is doing Doom 1 2, so I get my Sims through it. No, if your Sims can get through it, just keep doing what you're doing with the Sims, but don't put any more resources in them. The Web Warriors is the team of the future. The Symbiotes are the team of the past, so it's always best to invest in the team of the future, because that's a team that just got released. They're going to be in the meta for a while as far as raids, so you can invest confidently, at least for the next 3 to 6 months. You know that your investment is going to go down the road. With Symbiotes, they are already being replaced. I'm not even thinking of taking them into Dark Dimension 5 right now. So yeah, especially if you could do what you need to do with your Symbiotes right now in Doom 2.1, keep doing what you're doing, and then slowly start to build up your Web Warriors, build them up. My Web Warriors are pretty low, and they're getting through Doom 2.2 and pretty much a full auto. So even though you don't have a lot of stars on these characters, I think you should be good, especially if you get some decent red star pulls. As soon as you get those gold stars, it should be, you should see the difference. All right, hey, Valley, my current GCB is 11 millions. I always do 8 rotations per day with 37 blitz wins per rotation. Man, that's pretty good. I scored 54.3 in T'Challa Blitz. That's actually super close, but not good. All right, people in my line said T'Challa score would be lower compared to Ghost Spider because he's not as popular as her. I said scores would be higher because now most of us have invested in Web Warriors and they call me dumb. I was with your lines. I thought it would be a little lower, but it was actually higher than Ghost Spider, the T'Challa Blitz. Now it's fun to see 54.4 is not even good enough for 1%. Looks like from the next new character Blitz, it'll be 60 million out of it for 1%. I hope not. These Blitz scores are getting way too insane. X 4.5 times your TCP has my mantra for Blitz scores, but at this rate, it's going to be X 5.5 or 6 times your TCP. What are your thoughts on this, Valley? Yeah, so I'm going to say what I said every time this Blitz thing comes up. I think we need more Shards. We have a beginner Blitz and a long-time player Blitz. I think with the game in its state it is in, you know, almost a 4-year-old game at this point, I think we need at least 3 or 4 different Blitz Shards. Let's see what the other thoughts are, because I did read this and I did have some thoughts on this. Unless Scopely reduces free Blitz rotations from 8 to 4 or 5 per day, things will keep rising and punish mid and lower TC players. This is a huge time thing. So I don't think this will reduce the gap. You know, it will reduce the overall scores because players aren't doing as many blitzes. They're doing 4 rotations instead of the potential 8. But I think that gap between the beginner players, mid-game players, and end-game players are still there because you're still having to have that total collection power involved in that. So this will reduce the scores, but I don't think it's going to create that gap that I think you want. Why not a separate Blitz Shards if we have Arena that at least could help? I think that's been called for a long time. I don't know why they haven't added more than just a beginner one and a long-time player one. And revise the whole reward structure for Blitz Shards. Maybe make the split as 110, 100, 80, 60, 40. And I'm going to say this, I've said this in the past before. I think the majority, especially for character unlocks, the majority of the shards, majority of the rewards should be in the milestone rewards, not in your ranking rewards on where you're placed. You should have a clear cut, exactly, all right, I scored this much, I'm going to get these rewards. If I score this much, I'm going to get these rewards. And then the ranking rewards that you don't know how good you're doing, I think those should just be bonus on top of whatever you're doing for your milestone rewards. So that's what I think would fix Blitz. I think it would make it a lot more player friendly to our newer players and endgame players. We wouldn't have to have these crazy scores because the majority of the rewards would be in the milestones and you get the majority of shards rewards from that. And then if you want to keep going and going crazy, you'll get some minimal rewards, and there's going to be people that are going to still grind for those minimal rewards, and you'll still see some crazy Blitz scores, but not for the character unlock. So that's what I would like to see. I don't see them doing any of the above because they are more interested in designing new tunes and modes rather than fixing inequality, in-game economy, and all aspects. I think they want all of those things. But like every dev said, whenever they're interviewed, there's only a limited time. So they're picking and choosing what they think is going to benefit the community the most. Obviously, these things are going to benefit the community, but they're not going to give them a lot of profit. So I think that comes into the decision as well. So hopefully there is a time that doing what's best for the community and giving them the profit aligns, and we're getting a great game. They make a lot of money and we're happy to spend because we're having fun. But Blitz in its current state is not that game mode, brother. Happy Lunar New Year, Valley. Happy Lunar New Year to you as well, brother. I hope you're enjoying this festive season. Not a question of the week, but I want to take this opportunity as we're approaching the new year to say that you've done a wonderful job with your videos and content the past year. You're one of the reasons I continue to play this game despite the trash actions of Scopely in this game. They do some trash things. I wouldn't say all of their actions are trash. I think some of their intents are good, but sometimes it turns out like trash. But I don't think it's all like malicious intents for that. Keep on smashing it. Good luck in the new year. Hey, good luck to you, brother. And thank you for the positive message. That's what we want to spread in this channel. Even if Scopely does some crappy bad things, we still want to be positive and laugh at those things instead of getting angry like I have in the past. Sometimes they'll slip out, but yeah, I try to remain positive because that's what I know you guys come here for. All right. Hey, happy Who Day Monday. Nice teaser about Apocalypse Scopely posted. My question is, since they obviously have teased rumors of a non-existent Gambit and Rogue for Valentine's Day,
for a surprise. What are the chances that they even give us Apocalypse into the game this year? I think they will give us Apocalypse into the game this year. Everything about Gambit Rogue has all been rumors. They've never said anything official about it. But yeah, I know exactly what you're teasing with this. With the downright lockdown business of not even getting Tadano, Mac, Cloak and Dagger in a timely manner, I don't see how they can meet the deadlines in a decent fashion. So that is pretty crap. It looks like we're gonna get Cloak and Dagger both fully farmable before we even get the Tadano Mac rewards, which will be worse than anything from Dark Dimension 2 or 3 or 4. So late with this whole thing. I don't know what's going on with that. Why they're so slow with all that stuff. I don't see how they can meet deadlines in a decent fashion. I understand Scopely needs to make money to pay their developers the premium they deserve, but teasing the fan base with wants and not delivering sure is crappy. Well, it's only a game. Go Bengals. It is only a game, which is why I could laugh at this stuff a little more often. But again, Gambit and Rogue, they've not said anything official. Apocalypse, this is official. This is on their official social media, and we saw this last week. But I think the important thing, let's play this, is this right here. And we got some guesses here. So let me give some guesses. This is from Brother Dave, who is a good buddy of Drew. But what he's saying is this one right here, his guess for this pick right here is Archangel. Maybe this is swooping down behind a skull, so that indicates Archangel, who's been rumored for a while. This one, Sunfire. You see the fire there. You see these things that the Valley Club has said probably swords for Sunfire. Makes sense to me. He's been rumored for a while. This one, he's saying this is Omega Red with the arrow or tentacle coming out. And if we look at this, yeah, he has this tentacle coming out. More of his wrist, honestly, with this picture, but I guess it could be a hand as well. As we go back to this, this is the confusing one for me. And his guess is Deathbird, based on these being bird tracks. Now, when we zoom these in, I thought they looked a little more like hearts, but I guess these could be bird tracks. They could be hearts. I don't know. Those are the guesses, though. Those are the guesses from Brother Dave in the Valley Club. If you have your own guesses, Valley Club, let me know in the comments. Who do you think the Apocalypse teaser is for? I think it's Omega Red, Angel, I think Sunfire. That last one is confusing me though, so let me know your thoughts on who you think that last one is. And if you have any other questions for a future Monday mailbag, we do this every single week, guys. Make sure you join the Discord and make sure you leave your question in the mailbag channel there. We do a weekly news update every week as well. Usually that comes out on Thursdays. And we react to the blog post live on YouTube every Friday as well. So hopefully you guys, this helps you. If it did, hit that like button because it does help the algorithms. Share this with your alliance mates. Share this with your friends so it helps them out as well. And hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video is uploaded. I will see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be back with the Valley Club in the morning on Twitch in the morning. We do that every single weekday morning. And we got another video coming out tomorrow. There should be an update tomorrow. So there should be a video coming out probably at the same time from a lot of different envoys, if you know what I'm saying. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys. Have a great rest of your day, though. And give me that Hulk fist. But before you go, ValleyFlyin out.